Hi everyone. Today in this video we are going to understand what is Elastic Compute Cloud in AWS. We are also going to understand the key factors we need to consider before choosing EC2 instance as a solution for our requirement. We will also cover how we can create our first EC2 instance in AWS from scratch. So let us first understand what are those key factors we need to consider for choosing the EC2 instance as a solution. Just imagine that you are working on some software application for which you don't want to invest in physical server or hardware infrastructure and you want some cost effective solution. That means you want to pay only for what service you use. And you want some on-demand cloud compute capacity. For example, you want CPU, storage, memory or networking resources. As per your requirement, you want to use that cloud compute capacity and you want some scalable solution. That means your cloud compute should scale up and scale down as per your application needs. If you want to fulfill all these things in one solution, then what is that option which will provide all these things in one go? Obviously, choosing the physical server is not the best choice for this because it comes with the cost. Then what is the solution? Basically, we want some virtual server which will provide all these functionality for our application. So we have an option like Elastic Compute Cloud, which is a service in AWS. We can use that, which will provide us a virtual server, and through that virtual server we can achieve all these attributes and functionality. So it will basically fulfill all our requirement, which is like we don't want to invest in physical server, which is a cost effective, on demand we can use the cloud compute capacity, and which is a scalable enough. So all these things we can achieve with this EC2 instance. So before we go ahead and create our first EC2 instance in AWS from scratch, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share this channel. So first of all, we need to log into console.aws.amazon.com, and once we successfully log in, it will show us this page. Now here we need to search for our service, which is EC2, and it will show us the EC2 related option. This is the EC2 virtual server we are interested in. We can simply click on this service and it will show us EC2 instance page, wherein we have everything, all the options related to EC2 instance. Now on this right hand side corner, you can see there is one pop-up, launch a virtual server. So before we click on this button, let us first think of the region. This is the important thing we need to choose. Like, we should select the region which is close to the customer, because if we choose the region which has a longer distance, then data has to travel a longer distance, which will eventually result in a data transfer cost. So always prefer the location which is, always prefer a region which is closer to our customer. For my case, I can select the Mumbai, which is closer to me. So let me choose this option. Now next thing, you can click on this launch instance button. Now here you need to give here the name and tag. So let me give some name. Let's say my project is something like, let's say we have some product service. So we can say it's an product hyphen service and service 1. So this is the name I want to give. Now if you scroll down here, this is the application and OS image, Amazon machine image we need to choose from. Based on our operating system, it will show the AMI, like Amazon machine image options. Like for example, if we choose the Ubuntu, then it will show all the available images in this list, and we can choose a particular one, and based on that we can go ahead. Now if we have an option to go with the free tier eligible, or we can choose the larger type as well, but it will cost us in that way. Like if we choose the larger type, we have to pay more cost as such. Now let me select the Amazon Linux. So we need to confirm the changes, and here it will show all the options which are related to the Amazon Linux. Now let me choose a particular option in this. Now I will stick to the free tier eligible option for now. So but based on our project requirement, we need to select the option. So let me choose the free tier for now, and we can check all these options, like this is an architecture 64-bit, and these are AMI ID and publish date. These are some options. Now here this is the instance type wherein we need to select. Now here again, like we have an option to choose from. We have various options, and based on our requirement we can select the particular option. So for now we can stick to the free tier eligible option, which is T2 micro. Next step, we need to choose the key pair login. So here why it is needed, because in order to SSH access to our EC2 instance, we need to create public and private key. So public key will be stored inside EC2 instance, and we will hold the private key. So in order to access the EC2 instance using SSH, we require the private key, so that it will allow us to go inside the EC2 instance using SSH. So let us create one public key pair. So we can simply select on this, and here we can give some name. So we can give some name, like this is the product key, product, we can say key 1, and we can select this private key file format pem.pem, and we can simply click on this create key pair, and we can select this option. It will by default create the file in our download folder. You can choose the appropriate folder, and the file will get downloaded. So let me select this folder so that I will show you what is there inside this key. So let me open this using Notepad, and this is the structure of our private key. So this will get used in order to SSH to the EC2 instance. Now let us go ahead, and this is the network setting. We need to cross check. This is the VPC, and if you want to use any subnet, private or public, we can use it here, and this is the default subnet we can go with for now. And this is the availability zone is there for the subnet. And for firewall security groups, we can create a security group, and here is the option, like we can access our EC2 instance from anywhere, any IP, all the IP addresses. So this is the rule, like for this IP, it will allow all IP addresses to access our EC2 instance. If you want a specific my IP to access the EC2 instance, I can choose that option. For now we can keep this option as such, but the recommended way that we should use we should create a security group rules to allow access from our known IP addresses. So this is the best practice. Now here we can choose the respective option, allow HTTPS traffic from the internet or allow HTTP traffic for the internet. So as per our requirement, we can choose this option. Now next to that, we have configure storage. Here we can select the 8GB or GP3. So as per our requirement, we can select this space. And finally we can see there is here the number of instances, how many instances of EC2 instances we need to keep on running. So for now I can keep one, but based on our application requirement, we need to give the number 8 here. Now finally I can click on this launch instance button, and it has started launching the instance. Now it has successfully initiated launch of instance. So let us go to the instances, and here it is showing our instance which we have created just now. So these are some previous instances I have terminated, which I have created previously, and this is our recent instance, which is product server 1, and the state is running for this instance, and these are some details which we have selected for this EC2 instance. So with this we have successfully created our EC2 instance. Now let us see how we can go inside this EC2 instance. For that we need to SSH to this instance. So for that we need to open the terminal or the git bash. So we can use this, and here we need to first copy our private key, and this is the folder name we need to copy. Now let us use our command in it here, like which is chmod 400, and inside double quote we need to paste our folder path, and after that we need to add our private key name, which is product key 1. We can copy this and add it here, and which has extension of PEM file. We can complete the double quote and we can simply click on enter. So this is the first command. After that we can use the ssh-i. So the same command we can use and modify, like, so this is the ssh-i, and this is our private key, and after that we need to use our user, and as we are using the image which is our Amazon Linux, so for that we have a default user which is like we can say EC2. Based on what AMI Amazon image we have selected, we need to use the default user. If we are using the specific user, we need to mention that. So this is the default user for Amazon Linux image, EC2-user, and after that at the rate public IP address of our EC2 instance we need to give. For that we can copy this public IP address and we can append it here, paste. That's it, and we can click on enter button. Okay, so basically we need to change this backward slash to forward slash, because this is not working it here. So let us try with this and check. So basically our IP address is we need to use the public IP address, so which is it here. So there is a mistake. So this is the instance summary. We need to copy this address. We have copied the private address, due to which it is not working. So let me add this public IP address. Yes, now it will work. Seems good. So this is the general message. It will come while accessing the EC2 instance. We need to confirm with yes, and finally it will show us the prompt of our EC2. Now we are inside the EC2. At this we can use our ls command or pwd, which are the Linux command. We can go back to folder like our home, or we can go back to the root folder and see the ls command, and these are some different folders which are available inside this EC2 instance. Now here we can see we have our product EC2 instance is in running state. Now if we don't want to use this EC2 instance anymore, how we can terminate or delete this instance? So there is an option, like we can simply select the EC2 instance which we want to terminate, and we can click on the actions or instance state. Now here if it is in running state, we first need to stop the instance, and we can simply click on stop button, and it is stopping the instance. You can check the state is getting changed. We can wait for the state to change. So our EC2 instance, we are inside the EC2 instance, hence it is not stopping. So we need to close this, and it has stopped. Okay, fine. Now finally we can click on actions, instance state, and we can click on terminate delete instance, and we can simply delete this. Now it is shutting down, and finally it will terminate this instance. Now we can see the state is terminated. That means our instance is successfully terminated. Now even if we have terminated, it has not deleted from this instances list. Why it is that? Because it will get deleted after, it will take time, like it will take 1 to 24 hours for that instance to be deleted, for all the terminated instance to be deleted. So this is how we can create our EC2 instance. We can access that EC2 instance using SSH, and how we can delete and terminate the resource. All these things we have seen in this video. I hope you must have enjoyed this. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching this.